tournament is picking up in intensity as Fusionists and Xezians start to go head to head in their true hatred of each other. How will things come to be, and can they make ways with each other and find peace? Odds are no, because there's like 3 more seasons after this, but let's see what happens in this episode and the next after it. Starting now. Does anyone actually like the cold opens? I might scrap them entirely. That's why I don't do them very often. But anyway, time for a tournament. Well, more tournament, I should say.
Hey, they want to look at me as a monster. I'll make sure they do.
Yeah. After everything he's been through, I don't blame him for not being able to forgive.
I won't.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to just forgive and forget when they wiped out your entire dimension. You know? Not saying it's right, I'm just saying I understand.
What are you doing here? Hello? Earth to Draco? Oh, yeah, just thinking about what happened the other day. Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, it's all over the news. Why would anyone even use the solid mass vision? Originally, the solid mass vision was used in action duels, but ever since the war, it's been outlawed due to its destructive nature.
And yet the One for All Dragon was summoned with its the alleyway to they're referring to.
It was used to destroy whole dimensions. So
The solid mass vision was such a stupid feature when they explained it. Just like,
yeah,
we
right.
can't attack them because they're holograms, but they can attack us because they're solid. Who the frig thought this was a good idea?
Here.
I like the Zark backstory, but that part's always to me like, are you freaking kidding me?
Sure I should have these? Well, they would recommend that you had them. They were specifically designed for the type of deck you use.
Interesting how their pockets got pendulums.
Have them before
Spoiler warning.
Thanks.
But anyway, I guess there's some archetype crossovers. I mean, there are some archetypes that have all of the summoning mechanics. Well, almost all of them anyway. Gaia, Burning Abyss, some of the third DDD. So I guess it makes sense that they each have their own cards for support and stuff like that.
Man, I could get used to this. Hey, good luck, bro. Like I need luck from you.
Don't gotta talk like that.
Wish you luck. Know this, kid. You may have some sort of fancy summoning mechanic on my side, and my brother may have failed.
Why would I have a
Not
fancy
going to
summon
fail,
mechanic on your side?
just like he did. Because unlike him, I actually managed to complete my first round.
Ooh!
So let's duel!
Roasted.
Assist. Duel! I'll make the first move. Draw 5 cards. I'll start with the spell Evolution Gathering. With this spell card, I
Very
can add
handy card
one
for
XP
evolutionists.
card and 1 normal monster from my deck to my hand, except monsters of the Forbidden One.
Of course.
Speaking of which, I'll play Heart of Evolution since I
Right
just
away.
added it, and use its effect to evolve the pocket shellfish otter that lies in my hand. I expand the DNA strand. I evolution summon. Come forth, pocket samurai otter.
Hello.
When this monster's evolution summoned, its effect activates. I can now
Samurai
mill
Why
the top
otter.
3 cards of my deck.
Alright, there goes Pocket
One
Substitute.
adds to my hand, and the other 2 are sent to the graveyard. That's enough for now. I'll set 2 cards face down and end my turn. It's my turn. Draw a card. I'll start by playing the spell card Absolute Swarmony. For every Swarmony monster I reveal in my hand, I can place 1 swarm counter on the field. I have
Great.
3, so I can place 3 swarm counters on any face-up card on the field. So I'll place 3 on your monster. Then I'll activate the effect of Swarmony Cherry Ladybug in my hand.
Cherry
By
Ladybug.
discarding a Swarmony monster from my hand, I can special summon it.
Okay.
Then Cherry Ladybug's effect activates. When it's summoned, not only can it place 1 swarm counter on the field, but every swarm counter on the field is doubled. So now
Great.
your monster has 6 swarm counters.
Yeah.
Mine has 2. Then I'll activate the effect of Swarmany Lemon Bee in my graveyard. By removing a swarm counter from my
sent to the
monster,
graveyard.
I can special summon her. And
Alright.
she gains 1 swarm counter. Next, since there are at least 2 Swarmany monsters on the field, I can special summon from my hand Swarmany Blueberry Beetle. Then I play the spell card Polymerization and combine Lemon Bee and Cherry Ladybug together.
Interesting how they're both fruits and insects. It's an interesting combination.
I fuse together a new monster with ease.
I fusion summon.
Well, ants like sweets. So,
Swarmany, Vanilla Wasp. Oh, no, you don't. Do you honestly think it was going to be that easy?
Bottomless.
I activate my trap card. Go! Pocket capture device.
Yep.
With this trap card, when you special summon a monster
Pokeball.
whilst I control a pocket monster, I can negate that special summon and then banish that monster.
Handy. It didn't. Oh, there it is.
Thank you for that.
What?
Vanilla Wasp was just a decoy.
A decoy. Uh-oh.
I figured you'd have some sort of trap to get rid of it, which is why I'm activating from my hand the
Spell card
Pot of Greed.
which lets me draw 2 cards. Then
the spell card Fusion Recovery.
Ah, nice little intersection. He realized he had one extra card in it, so he just intersliced the pixel. That would fix a lot of duels, let me tell you that much. A lot of fan series duels. Just have a little Pot of Greed somewhere, it's fine. I don't even care that they're playing. I don't even care that they're playing Pot of Greed when it's banned.
Next, I'll play
They play it by their own balance. It's fine as long as they have the card right.
Beetle and Bee together.
with the armor of the beetle and the sting of the bee, I fuse together the greatest soldier with ease.
I fusion summon. Come forth. Swarmany Salt Mosquito.
Great.
When
Salt.
this monster's fusion summoned, I can target one of its fusion materials, and for every level it had, I can
Nobody
place
likes
a swarm
mosquitoes.
counter on the
Nobody.
field. So I'll
If you
choose
told me
to
you
place
like
swarm
mosquitoes, you're a
counters
frickin'
on
liar.
my monster. Furthermore, it has a second effect. All face-up cards on the field that have swarm counters are negated. And since this card doesn't enlist monster effects, your evolution monsters aren't safe.
Yeah, it's one of those
That's
level
technically
0
true.
things.
Since your monster doesn't enlist a monster effect, mine isn't safe. Oh, but I'm
Yeah,
not
that's what I
safe.
just said,
My
yes.
field spell has an effect of its own. For every swarm counter
He
placed
sounded
on
like it was
your
more like a
monster,
bummer than an
it
oh
loses
no.
100 attack points. And for every swarm counter placed on an insect monster I control, it gains 100 attack points.
That's a problem.
Now go, Swarmany Salt Mosquito! Attack! But it's not safe for my trap card. Come on forth! Pocket Substitute!
Oh, he had another one.
At the cost of 500 life points, your attack...
Man, this thing's used a lot more than I
It's
remember.
a minor delay, but it won't last long.
Dang, I haven't seen
set
Hugo
one card
duel in like a
face
year.
down
Maybe
and
2.
My turn.
So,
Draw.
Before I started the series, of course. We were like, you watched the last episode, you don't have it.
It allows itself to place one swarm counter on every face-up card on the field. And since my Swarmany Nest is a Swarmany card, it's unaffected by the ability of my Mosquito.
Ah,
I
annoying.
activate the spell card Pocket Locator.
Hello, Game Boy,
This
nice.
spell card, I'm allowed to add one pocket monster from my deck to my hand. And if it's a normal monster, I'm allowed to add an additional card, an XP card to be exact. Now I'll summon the monster Pocket Ranstomp,
Oop, this is new.
and then play the spell card Heart of Evolution to evolve it. I expand the DNA strand. I evolution summon. Come forth, Pocket Centaur.
So
Now,
better
since
go,
your
goats.
ability activates, by banishing an XP
Remember how
card
Gen
from
6
the
was going to
graveyard,
have
all
you
your
running around
monsters
those little
lose
go-goats,
1,000
and then it's
attack,
like limited
and
to
then
specific
I gain 500
areas.
life points to each
Gen
monster
7 did that
you
much better with the
control.
Tauros.
Yeah, nice try, but you're not getting away with it that easily. From my
Yes, I am.
hand, I activate the trap card Swarmany Prisoner.
But to be fair with
When
Gen
this trap
6,
card
that
is
was more like a
activated,
prototype
I can
riding
place a
Pokemon,
swarm
so
counter
they can get a
every
little
face-up
pass.
card on the field. And thanks to Mosquito, your card's effect is negated. I'll set one card
Annoying.
face down and end my turn. That's all you can do, isn't it? I draw! Now, I will
Yeah.
activate the effect of Absolute Swarmany in my graveyard.
What?
By banishing this card from my graveyard, I can tribute one Swarmany card on the field that has at least 2 or more swarm counters and draw 2 cards.
Okay.
So I'll tribute Prisoner and draw 2.
Ah.
Then I'll activate the spell
Annoying.
card Insect Dissection by revealing one insect monster in my hand and then targeting an insect monster in my graveyard that is a higher level and banishing it. I get to add as many copies of that revealed monster to my hand as I wish. So I reveal Swarmony Tangerine Firefly, and by doing so, I can add as many copies of itself.
I don't see anything. What are you talking about?
So why would you add a bunch of level 1 monsters to your hand? Because my Fireflies have their own abilities.
Oh.
Since there's at least one swarm counter on the field, they can special summon themselves from my hand.
Oh, great.
All 3 of them.
Oh, great.
That's why. And I think there's just one more card to add to the mix.
Polymerization.
Oh yeah, polymerization!
Duh.
I combined all 4 of my monsters
4.
together.
Great.
Lurking in the corners of the hive comes
This is to
forth
get
the
all
ultimate
the
insect
counters.
I fusion summon. Come forth, Bugtopia, Queen of Swarmony. Well, that's a big one.
Yeah,
When
it
this monster
is.
is fusion summoned, every fusion material that had a swarm counter on it gets their counters transported to this card.
Sort of
This
like
card
overlay
also
units
gains
on rank
100
ups.
attack points for every swarm counter placed.
Ah!
And don't even forget for a second about Swarmony Nest.
My monster gains 100 extra attack points for each swarm counter placed on it.
So much
But
power.
It also has another devastating effect, doesn't it?
Don't even forget for a second about my nest, because I sure as heck did.
Let me show you. Bugtopia's effect activates, banishing all face-up cards you
That ain't
control
good
with
at all.
swarm counters on them. Uh-oh.
They're all gone.
I'm toast. And that only leaves your life points. Go, Bugtopia! Attack his life points directly and end this duel. Swarming Cyclone Infestation!
Man, I can't believe Hugo got wiped out in the first part of an episode. Gotta mix it up, guys. And girls, or whatever. Yeah, you know what I mean. Question of the day. Which archetype do you want to have support? Venoms. Venoms, Venoms, Venoms. Everyone bitches about Volcanics going so long without support. And granted, they do need the support. But where the frick is the Venom support? And don't say, well, technically Snake got support with the Ogophidio and Where the frick is the Venom stuff? I'm talking directly, not, well, this technically counts because when the circumference of the moon and the stars, you actually find the holes at the bottom of the ocean. It's not, there's also freaking Cloudians, which, like, ever since their release, their support was a Grand Slam total of 1 card that came out in 2019. Which, granted, was nice to have. I think it was like Cloudian Squall or something like that. I'll probably have it on screen. But that's not saving the archetype. It was the freaking Rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh! Jug when he did that triple feature archetype archive where it's just like, hey, here's some archetypes squandering, begging for anything, and Konami hands them 1 card and assumes that's going to fix everything. Meanwhile, Blue Eyes gets 86 more for kick the cards, and Heroes get like 72. And Black Wings get some. I'll also throw my hand in that pile on that one.
Screw you for playing Black Wings.
I was saying Venoms are a particularly good archetypes like that, but this is not fair. This is just blatantly unfair. I know you got your protagonist, ace monsters, and stuff like that, but what the frig? Ugh. But the episode itself so far has been good, given how Bit feels about his whole dimension being destroyed by the Exceeding and not being able to give up that goal of just wiping them all out. Unfortunately, Hugo's staying in his way, and now you gotta try to take him down. And you really gotta pull out all the stuff to take down Hugo, because he's not just gonna go down because you told him to. No siree, Bob. And unfortunately, it looks like he might have been down, but I doubt it will be for the count. But this is what we're gonna find out. Let's jump into part 2. Well, Hugo's freaking dead. I can't believe it happened episode 9 of the entire series, but Hugo's freaking dead.
Bugtopia, attack now!
So, that was a life point.
Not so
Okay,
fast.
never mind.
I activate the effect of Pocket Gem Gardener in my graveyard.
Oh, that thing.
By banishing 1 Pocket Normal monster from my
I don't know what this is
graveyard,
supposed to be,
I can
Pokemon
special
Diagonal?
summon it in defense position.
Mm.
Furthermore, it can't be destroyed by battle. Damn it.
Oh wait, no, there was
Minutes
Diane
but you
Thea
won't
or something
survive
like
the
that.
next.
The legendary
I'll end
crystal
my-
thing from Gen
I'm not
6.
done yet, though. Now I
Or
activate
mythical,
my
or whatever the
face
frig.
down card.
You know what I mean when
Spell
if I say
tap out.
legendary, and you know
Now
that.
by shuffling Gem Gardener back into my deck, I'm allowed to special summon a different Pocket monster.
That's a handy
I'll
little,
special summon
little ability
this.
there.
Pocket Gift Sparrow.
Hi, Tetherbird.
Swapped it out with a different monster? What's the point of that? Because when Gift Sparrow is special summoned, I'm allowed
heal
to
your
activate
Pokemon.
a special ability.
I
to
rarely get the
activate a
hurt
Pocket
one
continuous
effect.
spell or trap from my deck. Or I can activate this certain continuous spell card. Go! Heart of the Underdog!
Oh! That's a surprise inclusion. I mean, it's a welcome one. It makes sense given how evolutionists
then.
work, but
I'll
still.
end my turn. It's my turn. Now, During the draw phase, Heart of the Underdog's ability activates. If I draw a normal monster, I can draw again, and again, and again, until I draw a non-normal monster, spell card, or trap card. And that all depends on your luck of the draw. Draw!
Oh,
The
nice.
monster
Go to Pocket
I
Eye
drew
Fool
was a
Wolf.
normal monster, so I draw again,
Another normal.
and again, and again.
Pulling everything out. And we're done.
I'm no longer able to activate the effects of Heart of the
This has been
Underdog
helpful with some
to a spell
duels.
card. But I can activate Gift Sparrow's other effect. By tributing itself and one continuous spell I control, I can draw 2 cards.
Nice.
Wait,
Fully
I know
refueling the
these.
hand.
These are the 2 cards that Draco gave me. Well, might as well put them to good use.
Oh, that smirk.
Oh, I cannot wait to try this.
We're showing the
Now,
power of the
I use
pendulum
Pocket
dimension.
Sunburn and Pocket Moonbat to set the pendulum scale.
Nice.
I'm taking control of this duel, starting now.
I think the Sunrise was supposed to be
Wait,
generic regional
pendulum?
starter thing.
Since when did you know how to pendulum
I mean, the
summon?
bat's obviously a Zubat.
Now, because with these 2 monsters,
I learned it
in
from
the
a friend.
pendulum scale, I'm allowed to special summon monsters between the levels
It was
of 2 and
Fletchinder or
4,
something like that.
all at the same time.
Fletchling? Yeah,
Swing
Fletchling.
far, Pendulum. Carve the Arc of Victory. Pendulum Summon. Come forth. Pocket Ranstump. Pocket Shellfish Otter. Pocket Kitlet. And Pocket Ruffet Wolf.
So many monsters at once.
Now, from my hand, I'll activate the spell card, Pocket Evolution.
Still got the little
This spell
Pokemon
card,
Center
I'm
logo.
allowed to evolution summon every normal pocket monster I control. Wait, what?
That's right, all of them.
Fact about evolution summoning, there are certain XP cards that allow you to evolve more than one normal monster.
Super powerful.
So,
Look
in
out.
other words, with this spell card, I can evolution summon using every normal pocket monster currently on my field. And if they go to the graveyard, they're treated as XP cards to activate my evolution monster's skills.
It's quite a powerful card.
Now I expand
Now
the
I never
DNA
see it
track
again.
using all 4 of my monsters. Wait, all 4 of them? I quadruple evolution summon.
Look at
Come
the
forth,
power.
Pocket Centaur, Pocket Inciner Beast, Pocket Samurai Otter, and Pocket Haifu Wolf.
Look out. The gang's all together.
Incredible. 4 evolution monsters at the exact same time.
A pendulum
Now,
summon
the
into an
Pocket Center
evolution
special
summon.
ability.
Something Arc
When
5
evolution
granted
summon,
couldn't do
your
because...
spell card is destroyed,
Yeah,
and you take
obvious
300
reasons.
points of damage. And with Swarmany Nest gone, your monster loses some of its attack points. Ugh.
Haifu Wolf can
Doesn't
get over
matter,
with its
Bugtopia is
effects.
still on my field, and it's way stronger than any of your monsters.
We'll see about that.
That's where Inciner Beast's special ability comes in. By banishing 1 XP card from my graveyard, this monster can destroy your monster. Nice try. I activate Bugtopia's effect by removing 2 of its swarm counters
That's
to
a whole one-up.
negate the destruction. But your monster's still worn down. Now I'll activate Pocket Centaur's special ability. By banishing an XP card from the graveyard, this monster can make yours lose 1000 attack.
Nice.
And then I gain 500 life points back.
Alright.
Then I'll activate the Pendulum ability of Pocket Sunbird.
Oh?
I can target your monster and make it lose 400 attack for every pocket monster I currently control.
Oh!
I control
We're
4,
Nirvana high
so you
palading
lose
this.
1600 attack.
Like Yugioh versus
Oh,
Jack
no.
2, I believe? Yeah, 2.
Incredible. He just shrunk that bug's attack points down to size. Now all Yugioh has to do is to attack with his monsters, and then this duel's as good as over.
Of course they would cheer on for you.
Hmm? Yeah, what?
Some people born in certain dimensions get all the luck. People take one good look at someone like me from Fusion, and they think we're monsters. Ignorant soldiers that only care about killing. Of course, someone as blessed as you wouldn't understand. You weren't born in Fusion. You weren't shunned by multiple people for casualties that you didn't do. I didn't choose to be the bad guy. All I wanted to do was be accepted by everyone else. But no. All I am to everyone else is a monster.
Wait, that's what this is about?
It do be like that, though.
Kind of like what Draco told me earlier.
Not everyone was,
There's still people
you know,
who
an
see
evil
things
soldier in
people. And there's
Fusion
still
Dimension.
people from
Even
Fusion
Arc
who
5
Fusion
showed that off.
It's
There were people
Fusians
going
because of
off
what
to
they
the
did to their
academy and
home,
stuff like
family,
that.
and Fusians because they're hated. Because not all Fusians were involved within the war. Therefore, they feel like they were hated.
Sort of like to make an overused reference. Not every German
It
in
did always feel
World
like
War
he
II was
stressed about something,
part of
but
that
I
civic
didn't
party.
imagine it to be this.
You know.
And again, how couldn't I? He was forced
And
to
if
live
you're
the
an average
exact same
Japanese
curse
citizen
his
was
very
in the
dimension created.
Their army and
I
yada
want
yada
to
yada.
sympathize with him, but
Pocket High Fu-Wolf, attack with K9.
I want to sympathize with you, but I also really want to kick your ass.
I take no damage. And by removing 2 more counters, my monster isn't destroyed.
Yeah, but you're running out of
But your
counters at this
monster
rate.
still gets weaker.
at the end of the day, this is still a tournament.
Yep.
Pocket Samurai Otter, attack his monster. Urgh.
Doing damage now.
Just can't accept us for who we really are.
So as much as it pains for me to do this, I can't hold back.
Go, Pocket Centaur, attack! Again, remove 2 counters. Negate the destruction. Urgh.
Yeah.
If all that shunning has taught me anything, it's that if everyone's gonna see fusion as an evil dimension, then let it be so.
That's not a good
But
way to
I
think about
refuse
it.
to take this shunning anymore. If I'm going down, I'm going down fighting. So
That's a bit
go
better.
ahead, keep attacking. Go, Pocket Insider Beast. Attack his monster and end this duel. Burning wildfire. No, I won't let Bugtopia fall this easily. I activate Bugtopia's effect once more, removing 2 counters and negating its destruction.
But you still lose.
Damage.
Right, your Bugtopia doesn't go down. Hey, we got another point for the victory counter. Way to go with that come from behind, Hugo. I can't see where it will go after that, except
Absolutely
like maybe an
outstanding.
evolution on top of an
Yugioh has
evolution.
proved once again, just because you're from the fusion dimension doesn't mean you're all powerful.
They never claimed to be. At least he didn't. Yeah, he's got a bit of a
Even
sympathetic
after all
backstory.
that,
Won't
I
even
still
slip
lose?
my mind a little bit.
Will I ever be forgiven for acts I never even caused?
After all that, I lose. Well, unfortunately, life doesn't care about your story arc.
Bit.
It's a fact of life. I was calling him bite. Whoops, my bad.
Look, I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I know what it's like to be rejected by others because you're different.
I know all too well.
You shouldn't carry on the sins of the fusion dimension just because you're from there. For now, the war has only just ended. People still need to learn to move on. Not everyone's opinion is so easily changed.
That's true. People don't change overnight. Well, you tried. Sometimes it's the best you can do.
Okay then. Anyway, we'll be moving on to the next round right about now.
Okay then.
Hey, Draco. Well, look who it is. I guess I probably should congratulate you on that win. Actually, I guess I owe it to you. I mean, if you didn't give me those Pendulum cards, I guess I probably wouldn't have been able to turn it around.
Probably not, no.
Why'd the Lancers entrust me with them? Well, they figured you'd be at a bit of a disadvantage.
Akaba
without
Leo
knowing
makes...
that much
Sorry,
about
Akaba
so
Reggie. I don't know why I
many
keep saying Leo. I
So
don't.
they decided to give
Akaba
you
Reggie
Pendulum
makes up
cards
some
just to
more
power up
Pendulum
your deck
monsters.
a little
Just
bit.
probably to screw you a little bit.
Now that you mention it, I just had a thought. That being, back in the
first.
Evolution Dimension, none of us really knew about Pendulum cards. And if that's the case, and the Organization of the Forgotten are originally from the Evolution Dimension,
They're on outdated
wouldn't
information.
that technically mean that the organization doesn't know about Pendulum cards as well?
It's possible.
Yeah, come to think of it, that would make sense.
Interesting.
And that would also mean, yeah, we have an advantage.
Ha!
If they don't know about Pendulum cards, then
And it's still,
that would
the
mean
series still
we're
has
one
more
step
Pendulum
ahead.
summons than brains.
Perfect. Now,
Technically,
don't
every other
know
Yu-Gi-Oh show
rounds
too,
to go
but
to?
Brains was directly after Pendulum, so what's
Well,
their excuse?
Of course, but I actually wanted to ask you a favor.
Oh?
Okay, what is it?
I'll tell you next time. Meanwhile, who set that house on fire? Oh, great! The abandoned building district of Angel Grove.
At that point, everything went downhill.
Real world.
Demoted into Gaga got black, and I eventually got kicked out of the school, and now everyone doesn't know my name anymore. What happened to me? Hello? It's a card.
Well, congratulations, Captain Obvious.
Tuh.
How did you... How is this possible?
Simple. Unbeknownst to you, you actually have the power to see and hear dual spirits.
Oh.
Like me.
What do you want with me?
The exact same thing you want. Revenge. You want to get those people back, don't you? Well, I can give you that, and more.
You can?
Of course I can. Now consider, we were those who were left behind because we were too weak to keep up. And as such, we were forgotten. But now, we have an opportunity to alter our destiny.
Yes.
We can destroy those who did us wrong. We can bring justice to our world.
Yes.
We will make a world where everyone will be treated as equal. A world of utopia.
Yes.
Now,
That sounds too good to be true, doesn't
and
it?
become a part of those who were forgotten.
Welcome to the organization.
You're mine.
And now the question of the day. Who's your favorite character in this series so far? Jones' turn. Yeah, well, David Talk is always a fan favorite, but I do kind of like those snooty characters who think they're all high and mighty. There's always room for that character. Though, if I had to pick favorites that actually has development and stuff like that so far, I'd probably go with Draco just because he has the interesting... He and Hugo have the same in backstory and development and all that stuff, but I don't know. Draco just being basically directly tied to Yuya at the start of the series, and from Pendulum mentioned, does help more with easing people into the series than the guy from the dimension that just got introduced, stuff like that. And Draco does continue to be a fan favorite and a rival and stuff like that, but, you know, sorry Hugo, but I'm sure you'll take over the spot in due time, of course. Trust me, your time really does shine, especially in Season 2. Especially for that for Draco as well, but time will tell that tale. But yeah, that's my opinion so far. As for the two-parter itself, it's a shame that Bit has to go down, but Someone has to go down eventually, and you got unfortunately you made the mistake of facing the main character skill issue. You did get out of your Bugtopia, but Hugo managed to drop that more cards with that Heart of the Underdog and managed to make a big comeback. That Pendulum Zone really helped too, so we would not have won that duel without the help of Draco. Thanks to him, well, the duel was winnable. If he didn't have all that stuff set up, he would have lost. But yeah. And Hugo really showed the stuff to be able to deal with it in that manner. It was a very tough battle, but he managed to pull through in the end. And I do kind of feel for a bit in this one. It's like, I didn't do anything wrong, and they're all treating me like I'm a criminal. And it's like, yeah, that sucks, man. It never sucks to be judged for what you've never done. Imagine judging someone based on what other people have done instead, all from the past, and deciding that everyone of that kind should be judged because of it. Who would do such a thing? I hate social media. Is YouTube social media? I guess kind of. The point is, like, yeah, he wasn't a soldier. He didn't involve himself in any of that. He anything before that conscientious objector, and still getting blamed because of it. You can't win with that. I mean, the Exesians aren't particularly wrong to not be able to trust the fusions to get back together with them, but they have to realize at some point, like, not all of them were bad. Some of them, yeah, absolutely, they were monsters, but not all of them, especially the freaking Parasite guy. Ugh. But, yeah, hopefully they can come to terms with that. I like the little bits with Hugo and Draco talking to and trying to like understand what's going on, all that jazz. There were some good scenes in there, and just seeing Hugo and Draco bonding is some cool stuff. Because sadly, we're not really going to see any of that in season 2 until the end. So nice to enjoy it while we can. Of course, we got to do things to separate things like that. And don't worry, we don't get Ruby levels of obnoxious. We're like, okay, gang, let's split up. Again, now we got to spend another freaking season getting back together. Thank God, in Volume 9 just got them together again from the start. Because I did not want to go through that crap again. I'm so tired. It's a good episode. It's a good episode. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a good episode. We would do solid stuff, but unfortunately, we got a bit of a problem. And that's that duel is going to get completely outshined by the duel coming up. Look out, this next two-parter is probably the most famous and well-known of Season 1. And probably the best of Season 1. Just because everything happened. It is the Sora versus Kurosaki of this series, I guess you could say. With the double heel turns and like that. It's going to be some excellent stuff. And I'm looking forward to every second of it. It's going to be great. But, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you all next time. Later.